welcome back today to our awesome moments with you and your family. I am here, your anchor today, Evangelist Mrs. Faith Okafor. The last week episode, we had a wonderful topic called midlife crisis, both in men and in women. We were able to explain what it means. We were able to list the signs that you could see that could make you know whether you are undergoing midlife crisis. And we told you the expectations people normally have during their midlife crisis. We were able to let you know the, the midlife crisis is a situation that everyone must understand. Today, we're going to be talking about the prevention and how to handle the situation of midlife crisis so that it will turn out to be in a positive way. Thank you today. I know you're going to be with us throughout this period of time. We're going to be handling this topic. I know you enjoyed last week. You're going to enjoy this week too. Make sure you stay put and hang on in this program, you and your family. Thank you. Welcome back to our program. Yes, today we're going to be continuing on a topic that we handled since last week, midlife crisis. And today we're going to be talking about the preventive measures of handling what? Midlife crisis. The preventive measures of handling midlife crisis. Yes, midlife crisis is something that must happen to everyone, both the female and the male. And we realized from the last section of this program, we were able to understand that midlife crisis occurs within the age of 40 to 50 thereabouts. Why some people have their early one, maybe pre-midlife crisis within 38, 90, 38, 39 years. When they are about to enter 40, they be like, I am going to be 40 very soon. What have I achieved? Am I stable in life? How can I'm already getting old? Why some people enter 40 before they begin to realize things? Then this happens within this period from 40, 45 down towards 50 years of age. And we're able to understand that it's always devastating if not handled well. How does it mean that you can prevent the crisis? Yes. It can be prevented the way you handle things. It must surely, this midlife situation must come. But the issue is that some people come out of it negatively, while some come out of it positively. But if it's for occurrence, it must occur. Then how do you handle it and how do you manage it? How do you come out of it positively and how do you manage it when you're already in it? How do you prevent the negative outcome of it? This is what we're going to be handling today in this section. Make sure you're part of us. I still remain your uncle, Evangelist Mrs. Faith Okafor, on you and your family. Today, as we're going to be starting with how to handle this problem or how to prevent the negative impact of midlife crisis. I will let you know, in case you were not with us last week, what midlife crisis is all about before I will let you know what the preventive measure could be. Now, midlife crisis was said is actually a moment in people's life. It's an experience. It's a crisis experience people undergo during the middle life of their age, whereby they have a lot of restlessness, doubt, regrets over what has happened in their life. And now they're thinking of age and death. It's one of the things that comes to their mind and affects them from moving forward or taking a good decision. At this point, people begin to think of to make a change in the life they had lived from the 1 to 40 years. They want to have a change of life to see if they can get the better results. These are the things that happen during that time. Sometimes people make a change to the wrong life. You can imagine a brother that never had a sister, had any sexual or intimate emotional relationship before marriage. Now, he has lived in his marriage, enjoying the marriage, enjoying the wife. And suddenly at the age of 40, this man began to think, could it be because I didn't live life that I am having problem with my wife? Could it be that I'm being taken for granted because I didn't have opportunity to live life? Could it be that I missed a lot of things during that period? Could it be that I am not going to enjoy life at all? Could it be I've missed something that I'm supposed to go back to? Then it can happen that a lady who married as a virgin could say, see, now I'm having challenges. My husband is even looking at me as if I'm not fine again. How I wish I ever lived life. Sometimes it could happen because in the marriage, maybe you are becoming so busy because of at this age, reality dawn on people. It's an age of reckoning. It's an age of summation of what has happened in the time past. The middle life crisis time is a time of reckoning, trying to take inventory. It's a time of inventory. Take inventory of what has happened in the past, what is going on now, and what you're about to face in the future. Most times I try to measure what has happened in the time past, what is going on here now, as one of the measures to determine what will happen in their life in future. Sometimes when they think it's not going to work out the way they have planned or they want to live their life, they become afraid and they want to have a change of life. Most times people change their life to the worst of life they can ever imagine themselves living. They have been faithful, they have been truthful, they have been straightforward, but they are poor. You say, my brother, my friend, he's living a reckless life. He's an Adam's a liar. He's a chronic troublemaker. He doesn't even his life. He lives a wild life. Oh, he's making it. He has money. He has mansions. Yes, nobody wants to know whether you were a fraudster. All they want to see is the achievement, and that is why people are always thinking of this in this middle age of their life. And this crisis setting, and a woman began to think, wasted my time loving this man. All the years I have loved him, what have I made? What have I gotten from the love I've given to him? I have not checked for myself. I have not talked about myself. It's all about him. Now the man began to think, I am so open to my wife, and now I have not saved anything for myself. I have no building to show forth. I have nothing to show forth. I think I should start reducing the money I give to this woman. He should be able to cater for some other things in the house, so that I can make my future better. I have always been nice to my relatives, to my in-laws. Now I need to have a rethink. What will become of me in the next 10 years? I am no longer getting younger. I am not as strong as I used to be. Will I be able to make if all the strength I used in my life, this is all I could achieve? Then he began to think of how to change. A man who was not a bully will begin to become a bully, because when people undergo midlife crisis, people that suffer most are people around them. They begin to bully their wife, their husband. They begin to talk to them anyhow. They disrespect them. They begin to think they have wasted their time with them. They begin to think of having freedom, to be free. They want to be on their own. They want to be independent. The quest of being independent comes in because every woman and a man want to be independent. Then they start thinking of, should I separate from this man and live on my own? Mind my business, take care of myself, go where I want to go, eat what I want to eat, do what I want to do, and nobody questions me to ask me, where are you coming from? Where are you going to? At that point, they begin to consider separation. Should I stay away from this man? He's becoming toxic to my life. I can't continue like this. I am in a bondage. They begin to see their life as someone who is under bondage because they have someone to answer to. And they want to be free. Then you see them, they begin to think of separation or divorce. I can't continue this marriage of a thing. I am in bondage in it. I want to have fun. I want to be free. I want to do things I want to do. I want to give people I want to give. I want to spend my life the way I want to spend it. I make a lot of money, but I don't enjoy it. I want to go eat, spend my money. I want to feel like a rich man. That is what happens during this period. And before you know it, they begin to take wrong decisions. Some people end up into drinking. They become drunkards. Some begin to invest money in the wrong people. They want to make it sharp. Then when you open the internet and you see where they say, deposit 200,000 and you make 400,000. Deposit 1 million, you make 2 million in 30 minutes. You see them, all of them are that they have checked. I have lived my life in a clean way and I've not made anything. What if I deposit this money now? No, I'll get the money and I'll build my business. I'll build this, I'll do this, I'll achieve this. And you see them falling into such victim. They spend their money and never get it back again. And sometimes they end up having being devastated financially. And people around them suffer it, and their children suffer it. They shout on their children. They begin to check. I have made mistake giving birth to these plenty children. I have made mistake doing this. I have made mistake opening shop for my wife. I have made mistake opening sending my wife to school or my children to big school. They begin to think so many things. And sometimes these triggers is going to say people losing their job, losing their loved ones, losing things that are valuable to them, not having enough time themselves because of the nature of their age, the things they need to achieve. There is much burden now on them, and they begin to think that they have wasted their time, they are not achieved anything, they are busy carrying burden, not being fulfilled in life. So now they begin to feel downcasted, they begin to feel useless, they begin to feel worthless, they begin to feel they have not achieved anything. When they compare themselves to other of their mates, they feel they are nothing to be right to, there's nothing to write home about them. When their wife talks to them, they feel they have been insulted because they have not achieved what they ought to achieve. They check their life what they have thought of being before, that now they have not achieved at this age. What is the assurance that in next 10 years they will be able to achieve it? They have not built now. What is the assurance that I'm going to build in 10 years' time? The kind of building I have loved, I have dreamed of living in. The kind of car I wanted to ride. The kind of life I wanted to live. The kind of marriage I wanted to enjoy. I have been in this marriage for over 10 years now. And I'm not seeing it working out the way I want it to be. I have done everything to make sure it works, but it's not working. So I think it's not workable anymore. So I should think of a change of life. And people begin to take a decision. Now, how do you prevent yourself not to take a wrong decision? This period of life is meant to be a time when you take inventory and find out that there is something you're not doing well. You now think of making a change of life to the positive one that will not affect people around you, but will give you a positive result. You feel fulfilled, you feel comfortable, and you're able to know that your purpose in life is being achieved. And things you are planned to achieve, you achieve them. How do you prevent the negative outcome of this period of life? Number one, you need to be contented with what you have. Can we read from the book of Philippians? I want to read from the scriptures to encourage us. Philippians chapter 4 verse 11 to 12. He said, not that I speak from wants. This is this is Paul speaking to God's people. He said, not that I speak from wants, for I have learned to be content in whatever circumstances I am. I know how to get along with humble means. I also know how to live in prosperity. In any and every circumstance, I have learned the secret of being fulfilled and going through hunger, both of having abundance and suffering needs. What is he trying to say? Yes, when it was only you and your wife in your 30s, you only spend small money to buy things. You buy clothes for your one child. You want to go out. You take only two plates of food. Maybe your baby is still a small child, and you eat whatever you want to eat. You come back, you still have enough change from your salary. Now you are 40, they have not promoted you enough. There's no much income, and inflation is increasing. And now you have to take care of 4 children, buy 4 clothes for them. Everything you're going to buy now, you're going to be buying in bulk, no longer in singles. And your income is not increasing as it ought to be. You're going to feel devastated. You're no longer enjoying the life you're enjoying before. Now the Lord is like, our brother Paul, Apostle Paul, is saying that I have learned to live my life the way I find myself in every situation. When there is nothing much, I enjoy that time. I feel as I accept it as if it is nothing. When there is prosperity, I enjoy the prosperity period. When there is hunger, I accept it with all joy. When there is no hunger, I accept it too. And it makes me to live a fulfilled life. That is being contented with what you have. When you begin to check what you're passing through at this point in time of your life, what you have not achieved, the level of the load you are carrying, the things that is yet not achieved in front of you that you don't know how to achieve it. When you begin to calculate all those things, it will make you, number one, to be depressed, not to be appreciative to God. You're not even appreciative for keeping you, for even giving you the children. You only see the burden they are mounting on you. Giving you a good wife that will handle your children. You only be seeing the negative aspect of your life and not see any positive thing that will make you to appreciate God. So our brother Paul has spoken to us in the book of Philippians, chapter 4, verse 11 to 12. Be contented with what you have and be happy with it. Then another thing again I want to talk about is there is time for everything. If you really want to prevent or handle this situation, understand that there is time for everything. If you really want to come out of the situation finishing strong, because everyone must pass through it, yes, there is time for everything. When you married, your husband and your wife, you were all together, having time together to chat, talk. Your love life was 100% perfect. Now, they have promoted him. He's now a director. He's now a bigger person in the office. He doesn't have time for you people. Now he's no longer staying with you. He's now out there in another town. You are in another town with the kids. And he comes home once in a blue while to see you. And you begin to feel lonely because the man is not there. Well, you have to accept the situation now. I know that there is time for everything. Yes, he's promoted, he's having more work to do, but the money is not as big as the work he's doing. Yes, learn to accept that there is time for everything. It could be a time of sowing. The time of reaping may come in future, even when you are not seeing it. Sometimes you don't need to see the future before you believe that it's going to come. There is time for everything. Your time may not be as early as the other person's own. Don't give up. There is time for what? Everything. There is time for your lifting. And you didn't buy a car in the age of 30 and your friend bought in the age of 30. It does not mean that you never have a car. You can still have the car the next year, even though your business is not doing well today. There could be a sudden turnaround in your business that can bring everything you so wish for your life. There is no need of you rushing or trying to help God to achieve what you have not achieved. Be patient with anyone around you. If it is your spouse, it's not doing the way you want it to do, be patient with him or her. Pray for them. If it is that your sex life is no longer as it used to be, try to find out what has caused that. Try to see what you're not enjoying it anymore. Try to find out why it's like that. And know whether it's age issue. Know whether your partner is suffering from midlife crisis that is affecting their emotions towards you. Try to speak to them and believe that there is time for everything. If they're preoccupied, know that it's not going to be like that forever. And pray about, believe positively that things will work out better, and accept the situation that is going to end well with you. And you find out that you undergo this period and come out finishing strong. The number 3 point, or how to be able to prevent the negative impact of middle life crisis, and how to be able to come out better with a positive result. When you're undergoing this crisis, don't see your problem, but look at the solution. Never you look at the problems that you're passing through. Look at your position, your solution. If you have the mindset of seeing the solution and not the problem, you will have solution faster. But when you keep on holding on the problem will never finish. Wahala no dey finish. Somebody said that. He said, wahala no dey finish. When you keep on holding on the wahala, it will never finish. But when you overlook the wahala and think of the solution, it will finish. Yes, you are looking old. I am not looking fine again. And when you keep on looking at this trouble, you keep on looking old because number one, you start getting, anxiety will set in. You become restless about it. Physically, psychologically, and physiologically, your system will begin to work towards what you are believing, and you begin to get older. That is why people who are aged before they get married, at a point in life when they reach 30, from 30 plus, they begin to shrink in age. Why their counterparts who are already married are looking younger? Why? They are beginning to worry themselves. They are beginning to think they are old, and they begin to get old day by day. So don't get worried about your situation. Just think of what is going to be way out. Okay, now from day 1 to 40 years, this is all I could achieve. Now I still have some years ahead of me. How do I what do I change? What do I need to add? What kind of life do I need to, am I supposed to adjust in any area to be able, that will be positive, that will not affect anyone around me, that will also affect my life and the life I live, but be able to give a better result? And think of those things and make a change in that aspect, and not by destroying people around you because you're looking for happiness. Number 4, don't look for happiness in the wrong place. You can never find it. Don't look for happiness where? In the wrong place. When you begin to look for happiness in the wrong place, you will see the happiness running. You keep pursuing it and you will never get it. Jesus is the source of our joy. Accept Jesus as the Lord and personal Savior. And if you have accepted Him, hold on to him. Hold on what? To him. And put on all the whole armor of God, that you may be able to stand in the days of trouble. Ephesians 6 from verse 11 to 12. Stand still. Make sure that all the whole armor of God, you have it complete. So that in the days of evil, you'll be able to stand. Because the days are becoming evil. When the pressure of midlife crisis and the evil of midlife crisis comes in, you'll be able to stand it and you'll be able to overcome it. So midlife crisis is a stage in life you must come across. But as you come across it, I believe that somebody is coming out better than he ever entered it, in the name of Jesus Christ. It's a time of reckoning. It's a time of summing your life up. It's a time of preparing for future. It's a time of laying foundation for your future. If you have not laid it well, correcting the foundation. It's not the time to dwell in anxiety. It's not the time to be depressed. It's not the time to point accusing finger on people. It's not time to begin to think of how to look for joy where you're not supposed to look for it. Some end up in womanizing. They want to have a young girl and make them feel happy because their spouse is no longer making them happy. They want to drink. They want to club. They want to do negative things that they would never imagine they could do. Just because they want to have a change in life. They want to buy, they just carry money from their business and buy and go to eatery, buy for everybody just to feel that they are fulfilled in life. They can do it. You see, sometimes they enter into debt that will increase their problem. So you don't need to kill yourself. Look for the source of joy that is Jesus. He will direct and guide you in this process and in this moment, so that you will not end up negatively, but you end up positively. Another thing you need to do when you find yourself in this situation, don't always see your past life as better than your today and your tomorrow. Don't dwell what? In the past. What did I say? Don't dwell in the past. Allow the past to pass and focus on your future. If you dwell on your strength in the past, dwell on your good health in the past, dwell on what you have been able to achieve, the strength you have been able to invest in the work, the time, the money, everything you have done in the past, the love you've invested, the caring you've invested, the truthfulness, the trust and everything that filled you at a moment, you will not want to forge ahead positively. But when you dwell in the future, you always see reason to make an adjustment. You always see reason to push ahead. But when you think of the past, what you have not been able to achieve in the past, what you did and you were able to get results, what you have suffered, all the years you have put in, and yet you are here, you will not see future as positive. So stop dwelling in the past and move forward. I know somebody is blessed today. As you have listened to this, how to come out of that situation, please don't live in your past. Don't get jealous. Just believe that every achievement you're making is both of you. Don't feel that you want to be free. You're already a free person. You are going to enjoy your old age. The fear of death is cancelled in your life. Yes, even though you're planning for your time of death, you want to leave enough inheritance for your children. Always don't kill yourself before your time. Don't help God. There is time for everything. Ecclesiastes 3 verse 1. There is time and season for everything under the earth. There is time for everything. Remember, your time is coming when you will have everything you need in life, and you will no longer think of the failures you have had in time past. God will help you to achieve a positive outcome from this middle life crisis. So if you are undergoing it and you cannot help yourself, I think you should go for counseling. Go to professional counselors who are experienced in this aspect, or you go to your pastor, your spiritual father, who is good in counseling, who will counsel you under God, who will direct you, who will let you know that this is what you are undergoing, so that you'll be able to know where your problem started and how it can be solved. So by doing this, receiving counsel from people who are eligible to give you counsel will help you to become a better person. And believing God to guide you, you get a better result. Thank you today for being with us. I know you enjoyed this episode of you and your family on preventive and how to handle midlife crisis to come out better and not in the negative form. Thank you for hanging out to be with us. I remain your uncle, Evangelist Mrs. Faith Okafor. Make sure you're here next week to watch us on the same handle, on the same platform, on Divinity TV. You and your family. May God bless you and may God keep you and help you to come out strong whenever you enter the strives or the stage of your life. You're coming out with a better result. Your future is assured. Your future shall be great. You are not a liability. You are an asset. So don't think of your life to be a liability. If you're liability today, you will not remain liability tomorrow. Remember, you're made to be an asset to remain. Thank you. God bless you. Bye.